So, with as great as Jaden Daniels been this season, and how great the future looks with him as quarterback, there's some things that he needs to clean up, and there's some things that are hurting us that he's doing right now. Let's talk about it.
How I feel? Relax. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about QB1, Jaden Daniels, and some of his issues that have been exposed over the course of the season, really. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so that'd be greatly appreciated if you haven't reached that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight to it. I first want to start by saying this. Don't get your undergarments in a bunch, okay? We can critique our quarterback. As much as we praise our quarterback, our rookie sensation, and our team as a whole, you can critique him and still love him, all right? Okay? So for all the people that's going to be that mad that I made a video like this, it's no reason to, right? I'm just calling it how I see it, and I'm just being a real fan. That being said, it's time to talk about Jaden Daniels. Without Jaden Daniels, we wouldn't have won that game yesterday. I do want to say that first and foremost, okay? We wouldn't have 9 wins without him, okay? And especially yesterday, we wouldn't have won without him, okay? Especially early on in the game, you know, that drive where he slipped and then still threw it to Terry. He made some magnificent plays. That 4th and 1, jumping over the pile. Like, without 5, we wouldn't have won the game. However, there were plays that he caused and did that made that game much closer than what it had to be. Early on, okay, driving down the field, he makes a nice run that gets down to nearly the 2-yard line, maybe 1.5, and he's laying on top of, I think it's Andrew Wiley, and he tries to stretch the ball out, and Tyrann Mathieu, being the savvy that he is, knocks the ball out. And luckily, we recovered. But it pushed us back to the 7th-yard line. Then we had a play where Jaden, I want to say he overshot Terry McLaurin later into the game, where it's like a walk-in touchdown. And it's just frustrating because we continue to see this happen week in and week out, man. Like, it sucks. You can mask it because we're winning, but it sucks because not only are you not completing those passes, but Terry McLaurin should have had a legacy game yesterday, man. He should have. Instead, it's going to look like 7 receptions, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns, when it should have been 10, 11 receptions for 200-plus yards and 4 touchdowns. This was his game, and 5 overshot him. Terry stopped running on a throw down the sideline that Jaden threw. Perfect throw. Terry just keeps running through the ball. That's a touchdown. So they both had their misconstrues on that front. A big thing that kind of irks me about Jaden Daniels right now is he doesn't throw away the football. Right? He runs around for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. Then he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's either 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9, or he runs out of bounds. Brody, you could have saved yourself 15, 10 seconds. You could have saved yourself some energy by just throwing the ball away. If it's not there, throw it away. Like, I don't know why he constantly does this, right? 8 sacks yesterday. I would probably charge nearly all of them to the account of Jaden Daniels because he's dropping too deep into the pocket, right? He's just dancing around. Got to get the ball off, right? You got whether if it's not a completion, who cares? Get it out your hands. If it has to be over the head of the receiver to throw it away incomplete, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fine. You don't have to always make the Superman play. And that's the thing that I feel as though early on in the season, Caleb Williams was struggling at, right? He's always trying to make the Superman play. One thing that they said that these commentators would say week in and week out about Jaden Daniels is he takes what the defense is giving him, right? And I don't want to take away his style of play. That's not what I'm doing here. Again, just a disclaimer, once again, I'm critiquing our quarterback because there's some things that he needs to work on. But you can do that when you're a real fan. You can do that. You don't have to always praise him because they're not perfect. I'm not trying to change how he plays. I want him to still play with the aggressive, play style. Still want him to make plays on the run, keep his eyes down the field, looking to extend the play. Like, I'm always for that. But you got to pick your spots, right? There were like so many plays yesterday where it's just like, all right, JD, just throw it away, bro. Just throw it away. Then he gets dragged down for a sack. Or Chase Young had 2 sacks where it was just like, come on, bro. Like, deep down inside, you did not really work for those sacks, bro. Like, that is literally Chase Young's career path, bro. He's always running into or falling into the sack or Johnny on the spot. He's never just genuinely beating the man in front of him and getting home on some TJ Watt, Myles Garrett-esque type timing. And 5 just handed him 3 sacks, bro. All that being said, we're not in this game without him. But the thing is, we can't play like this against good teams like Philly. We should have put this game away. Should have been 30, 40 points put up today. And I remember early on in the game, I was questioning. I was like, is it just me? Or does it seem like 5 is slumming today? But at the time, he had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And I think he only had like 3 or 4 missing incompletions. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. But then, as the game go on and things continue to happen, and then we get to the post-game show from other content creators and stuff like that, they said the same thing. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm not tripping. This wasn't Jaden Daniels' best day. I feel as though I'm going to charge it to all of it, meaning that he's a rookie. I'm not going to overreact. Okay? I'm going to just say he's a rookie. But we need this coaching staff, Cliff Kingsbury, Dan Quinn, get in his ear, man. Get in his ear. Let him know it's okay, right? Your stat line is it's okay. It's okay. You can throw the ball away. You live to fight another day, right? There were so many times yesterday where he's running behind the line of scrimmage or he gets sacked behind the line of scrimmage unnecessarily where it's 1st and 10. We have a good first down play. He comes back, lose 6 yards, now it's 2nd and 16. Putting us behind the sticks so many times yesterday really caused us and really hurt us yesterday. I'm telling you, when he develops like more and he learns, all right, it's 1st and 10, nothing's there, I could take it, 2nd and 10, let's go. Right? I have another down. I don't have to get it all on this play. When he learns, I gotta hit those deep passes, man. Like, I'm telling you, Terry McLaurin, that's what's so frustrating, man. Because Terry, this was his game. This was his game. And we just was off the mark. Too many times yesterday. Dropped interceptions, right? By Frankie Louisville, Jeremy Chink, Mikey Sanverstill. Like, this game shouldn't have been close. That's what pisses me off so badly. Because when you look at the scoreboard, when other teams from other fans look at the scoreboard, they'll be like, oh, 2019, oh, Washington barely survived, or Washington barely won. It's like, you ain't watched the game, bro. You ain't watched the game. Because if you would have watched the game, you would have seen so many self-inflicted wounds. First of all, and then second of all, they shouldn't even have scored that last touchdown because the refs literally stopped the clock. Like, literally. Sean Hockley says the covering official mistakenly stopped the clock. The clock should not have been stopped. Hockley also says it is not a situation that is reviewable. So say they score, which they did, and then they get the two-point conversion and win. We're supposed to just stick with that? Like, that's the thing. I feel like it should be some type of consequence for the referee mistakes. But yeah, man, it definitely is a little frustrating with all the miscues that we have had all season long. And again, I'm not gonna overreact, but you cannot not critique your young fella. How do you expect him to get better? How do you expect him to grow? How do you expect him to become a superstar if you can't call him out when he's not wrong? I mean, when he's wrong. And 5 sat in the podium. He said, "Hey, those sacks on me. We got to be better as a whole, and it starts with me." You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure those deep passes that he missed yesterday, he won them back. But all that said, he made hell of a plays yesterday. Hell a lot of plays yesterday that allowed us to get the victory. You know, again, without him, we're not winning this game. Tyler Biadasz being out was huge. And it sucks because anytime you miss a player, you realize how much of a presence you're missing when they're out. He is a huge miss. But good thing it's an illness, so he'll be back. He'll be back next week versus the Eagles, and that's gonna be huge because we're gonna need him. But 5 has to be better. You know, 5 has to be better. There was no reason this game should have been this close. And again, he's sacked 8 times, and it's gonna look like the offensive line was at fault, and it really wasn't their fault most of the time. I will say Brandon Coleman had a couple plays where he got beat. But other than that, we were fine. So Jay Daniels, he missed Terry 3 times. Nick Algieri holding penalty. Louisville drops interceptions. Missed 54-yard field goal. So many missed opportunities there. And I'm looking back at my notes here as I'm reading it. It just, we got away with the win. The way we're talking, you would think we lost, but we didn't. At the end of the day, we won, and that's all that matters. But 5 has to be better. A lot of his mistakes were exposed yesterday, but these are mistakes that has been happening all season long. He's been running behind the line of scrimmage all season long. He's been missing wide open receivers or deep shots to Terry McLaurin all season long, and it's gonna get better. I have no doubt in my mind that it's gonna get better. The more they practice, it's gonna get better. Someone has to get in his ear about the line, about running behind the line of scrimmage, taking unnecessary sacks. You know, but again, all that being said, he still won us the game. He still was a big reason why we won the game, and I don't want to change his kind of play style. I just want him to critique some of the poor elements or poor habits that he has. And once he does that, there's no reason why he's not an MVP candidate in the future. So that being said, y'all, I'm just going to the video comment section down below. As always, me and Juan Gotti. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I want to roll to 8,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you ever reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. See y'all later. Peace.